All right, are doing a flight, and I've found that there's some issues with the real world weather. I definitely think it's changing visibility pretty poorly on ground. So, um, I've just entered in the weather information, and we're just going to do it like that. Hopefully, not have as many issues as last time. Although most of those issues were my own fault. Check controls. Right. So we are in Mobile, and thinking we're going to head to go over Five Flags Speedway. Thanks to someone that pointed that out to me, that we'd be going over Pensacola, and I probably would have forgot because for some reason, in my head, I've always thought Five Flags was down by Daytona, but I'm getting that confused with New Smyrna. So, yeah, luckily I got reminded that it's there. And we're going to go ahead, head out and head east. I was thinking, let's try to make it to Tallahassee this trip. And then I realized, oh, it's much farther away than it actually looks on the map. It's a 2-hour flight to get there.
Mobile ground,
So
Kilo, November,
we're going to probably go halfway.
Request taxi for takeoff east departure.
Maybe just land at Pensacola. We'll make it a little further.
Mobile ground airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Okay. That's cool. Let's ignore that and depart east.
Mobile ground, Cessna Kilo, November, Echo, Bravo, Oscar, November, 5. Request taxi for east departure with Sierra.
Cessna Kilo, November, Echo, Bravo, Oscar, November, 5. Taxi to and hold short of runway retreat via taxiway Echo cross runway 36 Delta. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway tree using taxiway Echo cross runway 36 Delta Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright, let's figure out where we are on this airport. To head this way, I believe. Turn out of the plane. Looks like we've got a plane coming in to land down there. We're going to be taking off on crossing runway. It's a little shorter. It's really humid out, and that has made for that effect around the sun. So just gonna do that. And let's see if I can get a map of this airport, because alright, we are on L to cross. Okay. We're actually going to be taking off on the runway that's about to land on, which will put us right in the wind, which is good. So we're crossing there, and then we've got to turn here. Sometimes these diagrams throw me off. Don't want to get too close because wait for that plane to land. Should have this. That's for 3.6, so then we should go down here, and that'll be for 3.3. We'll just have to wait for this to land. And should be landing soon. This is the first time we've had traffic coming in on these flights, so tune to tower. See if it'll stop us from taking off until they land.
Ready at runway tree east departure.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 hold. Short runway
Wow,
retreat.
I am surprised.
Traffic is generic. On final.
Hold short runway tree Cessna Oscar November 5.
Very surprised by that, since it's usually not incorporating them into it. So, wait for that. It's a big plane. Let the wind settle down, and then it will probably tell us to roll out once they are clear of the runway.
5 exit runway. Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 altimeter 29.95 wind tree 1 tree 6. East departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree Cessna Oscar November 5.
Okay. 7 minutes on the ground. Here we go. So there's actually a ton of racetracks around here, but not gonna get to shit. It should have taxied up or crossed up here. Alright, well, we are not at the runway yet. We'll eventually be at the runway in a second. I got onto a taxiway that is not a taxiway. A bunch of exits on there, and now I understand why. We were supposed to hold short at one of these. Now we're good. Let's go. Up. Probably kept it on the ground a bit too long. Gained a lot of speed there quickly. Alright, so we are heading north. Stay on the runway heading, and then
Oscar November 5. Continue for east departure.
we will turn back to the right.
Mobile Tower Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5. Continue for east departure.
A little bumpy out. Got some speed. Flaps are up. And turn back to the right. It is really bumpy. Wind's only at around like 10. Maybe I screwed up the gusting. Gusting might be too frequent. Alright, we are turning to the east. And know what? This looks fairly realistic. Visibility is supposed to be about 7. Got a bit more than that, but there's a bit of that haze on the horizon. And some clouds right at the cloud level that is supposed to be at around 11 to 19. So 1100 to 1900 feet. And then we got some higher clouds up there scattered across. So I'm happy with this. It's good. We'll have to do for now so that we don't get ourselves in another situation. So the wind's going to be at our tail this whole time. Go ahead and get this thing to trim out. So we head straight across downtown. And so we'll head across downtown. It's actually racetrack, paved track that's down south of town, I think is what I've seen. Not sure if we're going to be able to see it. As rough as the air is right now, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get out and look at too much stuff. Nice baseball field down there. Yeah, visibility is going to be a bit of a pain with that sun looking back there, so at least we're heading this direction.
Oscar November 5, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Mobile Tower Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 frequency change.
So yeah, the plan is to do this trip and another one for Christmas weekend.
Mobile approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is tied
Should be fairly easy to
5
do.
miles east of Mobile, 1,700 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5, mobile approach. Squawk 4055.
Squawk 4055 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Cessna Oscar November 5 radar contact 6 miles northwest of downtown, 1,700 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright. All that so that we can hear other traffic going over town. And yeah, I've already forgotten where the racetrack's supposed to be. I'm guessing it's down by the airport. So I don't think we're going to see anything. But everything photogrammetry down here. Downtown should look fairly cool. And then we follow the bridge across. And this road's going to take us to the racetrack at Pensacola by flags. So try not to gain too much altitude. We don't need to go over 2,000 because we're essentially in Florida. Florida only goes up to 400 anywhere in the state, so. But obviously, big port city here. Got a stadium down there. And a fairly tall building here in downtown. Got an arena, it looks like, and then works all the way and up up and down this little waterway off the side of the bay. Pretty cool though. Never actually knew what Mobile looked like, and now I do. It's right on the water. Fairly large bay out here, and that extends out to the Gulf. Follow this road across, and that will put us... Where does Florida begin? Does Florida begin right in the Gulf, or is there a bit of land on the other side? I don't know. We've actually got quite a bit of speed. I can back that off a bit. Alright, so looks like there's actually photogrammetry on the other side of this, maybe. Those bridges go. I'm assuming there's a bit of an issue going on with the water. It's pretty strong waves down there. I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of flying over water since I do mostly Nebraska stuff, so pretty rough down there right now. This looks pretty awesome though. And it does look like the other side is photogrammetry. Ooh, this is Daphne or Spanish Fort. Altitude. We are now. It's leveled itself off. Alright, so we'll continue down this way. See, that looks really good, and some of this looks really bad, and then having the road in the water looks pretty terrible. This looks really good over here. Now it's going to get back to AI generated stuff soon, but I believe Pensacola is going to be photogrammetry. A lot of Florida is photogrammetry, so it should look good. We are kind of getting blasted from the side. You can see how we're skewing to the left, where the tail's skewing back to the right, and we're going this direction, and then we're pointed that direction. But we are going pretty quick. We're losing a bit of altitude. A little more throttle. That should bring us back up. Yeah, there's a lot of photogrammetry around here. That's awesome. One day, when I'm like 80, I'm guessing the whole U.S. will have some sort of photogrammetry that'll be done by satellite. I think my theory is because, oops, that's not right, where we have gotten so far in the time I've been playing flight sims since I was a little kid, we've went from the ground was green, the sky was blue, pretty much, and there was no elevation at all, to this absolutely crazy stuff 25 years later. So in 25 years, maybe we'll have some like real-time satellite imaging and photogrammetry with satellite imaging at shallow angles. I mean, there's going to be new tech that's going to help it all, and I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, one day are we going to look back at this and go, wow, this looks terrible? Because there's been many times where I went, wow, this is so awesome looking. You know, what are we going to be able to achieve in 20 years? I don't know. I think the modeling and the graphics are getting to a point where you're going to be able to add a little more detail and get some better textures. But where it's at, where the big improvements will come, is the satellite images, up to date, you know, every year at least, if not real time.
Oscar November 5, you are leaving my airspace radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Cessna Oscar November 5.
But that's just my my little guess on
Pensacola approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Bravo
what's going to
Oscar
happen
November
with
5.
flight
Type
simming.
Cessna 152 1 miles southwest of 1 Alpha Lima 5 1,400 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach. Squawk tree 103.
Squawk tree 103 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright, let's find that highway.
Cessna Oscar November 5 radar contact 1 mile southeast of 1 Alpha Lima 5 1,500 feet. Altimeter 29.95.
Roger, Cessna Oscar November 5.
Still think the highway's north of us. We'll eventually come across it. And, yeah, I mean, we don't have very far to go to Pensacola, so I might end up going to, there was a, what's this, Fort Walton Beach is what I was looking at. So we've got the Gulf over there, you can see, and we are going to eventually be flying along that for our approach. Alright, the highway's off to the left there. This one's cutting south. not a lot to look at. Hopefully the beaches and everything look pretty good. Once we get over Pensacola, then we will head over to the beaches and the, what is that? Barrier Island type. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And, yeah, the barrier islands, follow that over and land. So we got a plane up ahead, we can see the lights there. Cat is yelling. She's up on the chair, ramming her head into me, trying to get some FOD. That's still an hour away from coming out. Yep, there's that highway, so we're still good heading in this direction. And looks like we're probably going to be landing once again as the sun goes down. Can't tell how high up the sun is, but it is 4:25 local time. Yeah, there was a ton of racetracks around here, but it was going to be well out of the way to go see some of them. So the easiest one to see is Five Flags. It's kind of in town. Then there's a little dirt track in the middle of town for go-karts, but it looks like it's got a lot of tree coverage on it, so doubt we'll even be able to see that. Be difficult to see unless you knew exactly where it was. And then farther up north in Florida, there's quite a few dirt tracks that I saw. Here is the highway. We're just going to follow that now. And this is the little bay at Pensacola, I believe. So we're almost there, actually. Wind is, they're definitely making some time up. Alright, so this highway splits off into two, and the racetrack is right next to the south one, it looks like. Hopefully we'll be able to follow that. And there's the edge of town. It looks like that is photogrammetry, hopefully.
Oscar November 5 contact Pensacola approach on 120.65. Good day.
120.65 for Cessna Oscar November 5. Pensacola approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 1,900 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach altimeter 29.95 continue as planned. 119.0.
Really gonna just hand me off over and over and over.
119.0 for Cessna Oscar November 5. Pensacola.
I mean, I guess I'm
Cessna
probably
Kilo,
not
November,
flying in
Bravo,
airspace
Oscar,
that I'm
November
supposed
5,
to, but
1,900 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach altimeter 29.95. Continue as planned.
alright. Try to find where this highway goes south. I think we're getting close to see where this creek is. Means there should be a road that intersects off of this. This elevation data. That's all messed up. Alright. So maybe roads don't actually match quite right what I'm seeing, or I'm not looking at the map correctly. This only happened 100 times. Got a big rest stop, truck stop, way station. I don't know what's going on there. Don't think we're in photogrammetry. Yeah, might be. Trees look like they are. Let's back it down just a bit. Allow us to lose a bit of air, and we can start looking. For a racetrack. Alright, that's the crossroad, I think. So then it's gonna split this road down south here, maybe up there. Or we've blown past it. Really should use a better map, but I want to just use this VFR chart. I'm gonna assume this is the road that I'm looking for, and that's the racetrack. Alright. Now I know where Five Flags is.
Street 5, 453, you are 700 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 2,100 feet altimeter, 29.95.
There we go. Sun glare's not helping things.
Climb and maintain 2,100 feet, Blue Streak 5453.
Five Flags. Just kind of in the middle of the city. Not in the middle, but fairly close. Photogrammetry, so you can see the billboards and the banking, and I'm sure if we got in any closer it might not look all that great. Continue our way on now. We can cross town and kind of start heading towards the barrier islands and avoid the airport, which is going to be over there.
Blue Streak 5453, please expedite your climb 2,100 feet.
We are getting bounced around a lot. But we're heading for that island there, then we're going to follow the beach along. And that should take us where we need to go. I'm hoping no one is landing on that runway that we're crossing in front of. Not like we're going to be able to see. Quick, I'm going to save the screenshot. Alright.
Blue Streak 5453, please expedite your
Alright,
climb
see an
2,100
airplane
feet.
back off that way. Man, this is... it's getting rough. I'm going to slow it down just to stop the bumps. Whoa. I believe that was a controller issue. Sun glare is just ridiculous with the atmosphere that I went off the real weather. There's definitely a ton of wind. Pretty sure I put it in right, but maybe it's being affected.
453, please expedite your climb 2,100 feet.
Alright, we've got a airplane off that way, most likely heading in to land. So, gotta hope that we don't have to cross in front of him. I don't want to go too far out to sea.
Blue Streak 5453 airport is at your 1 o'clock 12 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude report runway in sight.
It's an arena.
Maintain present heading and altitude Blue Streak 5453.
We're at 1,000 feet.
Blue Streak 5453, I have the runway in sight.
Blue Streak 5453, you are 10 miles south of Pensacola.
Alright, so that is who they're talking to.
Contact Pensacola Tower on 119.9er.
We'll be able to cross
Oscar November
over
5,
behind
contact
them.
Pensacola approach on 120.65. Good day.
120.65 for Cessna Oscar November 5. Pensacola approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 1,100 feet. Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach altimeter 29.9er 5 continue as planned. Cessna Oscar November 5 contact Pensacola approach on 119er.
Oh my god. Alright, this is getting annoying. Contact them, cancel,
Oscar November 5.
and stop getting transferred over and over and
Kilo
over.
November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 1,200 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach altimeter 29.9er 5 continue as planned.
Pensacola approach Cessna Oscar November 5 cancel flight following.
Cessna Oscar November 5 Pensacola approach cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Okay, I don't know what that was, and we are going to. It is going to be KHRT.
Airport information, Quebec, 22000.
Holy smokes. Okay.
Wind tree 2 at 36.
Winds at 3.6. That is not what I put in. So something got messed up. Alright, we're gonna announce there's no tower to deal with.
Hurlburt traffic Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 524 miles west, 1,400 feet inbound to land runway 36.
Okay. Still chugging along here. Absolutely tons of houses out here on this island. Not sure how I would like living out on an island, especially little tiny ones like that out there. There's what, only one bridge back across there? But for when a hurricane's not coming at you, or if you're not worried about random tsunami from some crazy underwater earthquake off of Haiti, then yeah. Although I don't know how much a tsunami would be able to hit this part of Florida. Probably more so than like Tampa. But yeah, I like all the land around me. So we will be continuing along here. We're at about 2,000 again, so I'm gonna slow it down. I'm not sure where the wind got screwed up so bad. I might take a look at that real quick off screen. Yeah, the wind is not even supposed to be that strong until you get over 10,000 feet. Below that, it's supposed to be less than that. So, now that I went back and looked at it, it feels like it's kind of calmed down. But let's check with
Hurlburt Airport information, Quebec, 22000. Wind tree 2 at 36. Visibility, none.
yeah, so not sure what causes that, but oh well, it will add some excitement. It's definitely made it a bumpier ride. Sun is going down. Still can't actually see the position of it, but little screenshot, I guess. Head out over to this island and take a look. got that little water inlet there. That means we're getting somewhat close. And yeah, we'll need to be out this far on this island in order to turn in. Airport looks huge. There's a ton of old air bases around here. I am guessing this is just a leftover one that got converted. That is an airport off up over there. And that means its lights are on, it looks like, so we should be able to start seeing our airport. Should probably be a little more detail in the water on both sides, but they've said they have to manually go and do that. So again, maybe one day. All right, we got a bridge coming up. So we are fairly close. Let's say airport is right around here. On, so little neighborhood out here. I'm guessing vacation homes. And then town off there, bridge back to it. Still looking for the airport. That's going to come after the town ends. And this island actually gets fairly close to the land, so nearly coming together at the town that's up by the airport. Interesting design. Yes, we've got tons of fuel. Filled it all the way up, so we still got 3/4 of a tank. We could probably make it to Tampa if we wanted to, but I do not have 3-4 hours to do that. This has actually been a really good flight, though. I was worried that putting the weather in myself was going to make it boring looking, but looks fairly good. The time of day has worked out well as it could, and we're gonna be landing, I think that's the airport right there. Be landing in a few minutes. Got the sun glowing on the gauges. And it's about to go down. So no, this has been a good flight. Came together. Just gonna be doing a lot of beach flying. Although looking at it, the little, I don't know, armpit of Florida, whatever you want to call it. There's not a whole lot along it for airports, so I might fly to Tallahassee after this. I don't know, haven't really thought too much about it. I'll take some closer looks, but you know what? There's a much cooler looking airport that's no, I don't know how long away that is. It shouldn't be that far away, but if I miss this airport, then we'll go to it, but down to 1,000. Pick up the speed a bit. Some altitude. Got this town starting to light up. I believe that is our airport there. I think there's an airport on the barrier island up here, but we're just gonna go to the one that is right here because we're sitting at 52 minutes. This matters, but
Hurlburt traffic Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is on final runway tree 6 to land.
Got a lot to work with here. Lots of runway. It looks really good though with the lights of the city. All the way down the coast into the haze on the distance. As we turn here, yes, and we're going to start dropping speed because we're going into that extremely strong wind that's not supposed to be here. That. Massively missed it. Alright, we gotta lead off some speed here. Up to keep the speed coming down. And this is going to be difficult with this much wind. Hopefully the controller doesn't decide to just go full right at the wrong moment as we're about to touch down. Took another look at controllers online and just can't find anything that isn't $500 that doesn't look cheap, but I guess that's just how it is. We are not going fast enough now. Alright. Got it back. We've got it stable. The windsock is going absolutely nuts. Yeah, I definitely messed something up creating the wind. But we are maybe going to hit the ground eventually. There we go. Oh, the wind. Wind is trying to blow the plane over. Okay, well, hopefully when I make this turn, it doesn't just tip us. Alright, good. We have made it. We're in Florida, the final state. Pretty much gotta go as far as you possibly can to get to the end. So, not gonna be doing any cutting across the water. Just, probably gonna go to Tallahassee, like I said. And then decide if we're gonna go down the east or the west coast. But that is that flight. We don't really have much to go look at. And real quick, show the map. We are here. Right at this little chart part, which means we went from up here all the way to here. We've just got to go down to here. So, very, very, very close. Next flight, which might be coming out right after this one on the same day. Take a look, see if we go from here to Tallahassee, or maybe we go... I think Tallahassee's our best bet. I think we just shoot over to Tallahassee, because if we come down here, we're going to have to cross a lot of water, and there's really not a lot along this. We go Tallahassee, and then I don't even know what this town... Oh, Gainesville. Alright, we can do that. Tallahassee to Gainesville. Actually never knew where Gainesville was. And then we can go Orlando. And then down along the entire city of East Coast Florida. This is all connected practically. There's Bahamas part of it. Like, it is so much closer than I thought it was. I don't know. I never really looked at a map. But I think the next place we're going to head to after we get to Miami is hop in a different plane and check out Cuba. Then we'll see where we go next. But first we got to get to Miami. So, still a long ways to go on that. I hope you're enjoying this. Thanks for watching.